Okay, moving on, the official wording of the question for the Indigenous voice has been determined. Are you comfortable with it?
No, I'm not. So I think that I, along with many Australians, still have a series of concerns about what is being proposed. Now, I understand that many people hold the a view that referendums, they deal with the question first and then the operationalisation of that later, to put it that way. I think things have moved on since, and now people have got a very clear understanding. You're requiring us to vote for a particular set of words that will change the constitution, then the next steps in the process need to be very clearly defined. That has not happened. So I think what we're seeing is a lot of talk, a lot of very emotive language coming in, and including from the Prime Minister. I mean, there's been a range of comments made by various people about if you don't support the voice, then you are a racist. I mean, that is really unhelpful to say that. If there are genuine questions that people have, then surely they deserve a decent answer from the government. And I think Peter Dutton is absolutely right when he said if there's advice from the Solicitor General, that advice needs to be made publicly available. I mean, why is the government hiding?
Well, the Prime Minister was asked about that exact point, and he had this to say about the opposition leader, Peter Dutton, and he accused him essentially of playing politics today. Have a listen.
No matter how much detail is put out, Peter Dutton will say, oh, what about more detail? That's the game that's being played here, and he should make a decision of where he stands on this issue.
Is that just another way of trying to shut down the debate?
Absolutely, and it's a characteristically weak response from the Prime Minister. So he hasn't responded by giving any detail. He's just responded by very personally having a go at Peter Dutton, and also going on to say that it's politicisation, it's politicking, it's game playing. Well, I think if you actually look at the actions of the Labor government since they were elected, they are the ones who have done the most politicking and game playing.
The ACT opposition has decided not to take an official stance on this. Is the Liberal Party at a federal level any closer to coming up with a stance themselves?
Look, we will continue to raise the questions that people are raising with us. So, look, I was actually on Talkback Radio this morning, and one of the questions that I was asked is, can I actually define the difference between what is being proposed in Australia compared to what has happened in New Zealand? Now, this is the depth of the questioning that some people are putting to us at the moment. There's insufficient information at this point in time. We may well get to a point where there's sufficient information for us to be able to make a sensible recommendation to the people in Australia. But I think what we've been able to do so far is make it very clear that the yes case and the no case for the voice has to be put forward in a very neutral way so people can read the information that they need and make the decision for themselves.